meeting. So first of all, we would like to thank Mr. Willie for joining our meetings. So the aim of this meeting is to test the project that we've done for this semester. So before we start the meeting, so let us remind again for Mr. Willie. Actually, our project is meant to do a facility reservation system for the Super Bataya Good Year Court 10 resident. So all right. So in this meeting, we will have need to have two response for each user story from the Mr. Willie, which is the first one. You rate your response whether it's positive, neutral, or negative. If you think the features is okay, then we rate the response as a positive. Then you may give the optional comments about each features that we done for this project. So all right, so let's start with the first feature. So Jenny, may you share the screen? Yep. So the first thing that the user will see, this is a main page of our project. So the first thing we will test is to create a new account for the resident. So Jenny, can you press the button of create an account? Yep, when you see a create an account, it requires the resident to give the username, password, retype password, your name, email, phone number, and block number. So the Jenny, just you press the make a new account without any information. Yep, as it show that actually it will not prompt anything because it will not allow you to get into the project the main page because it requires your information. Therefore, you cannot leave any box as a blank. So now try to just put the info into the each column. So the name. So now we try to put an invalid email, invalid phone number. So in this here, we will try to remind the resident that there should be two capital letter for the block number. So try to put a not an invalid block number and an invalid unit number. All right. So when you try to create the account, just agree and create the account. Yep. You plot the error that you should give a valid email. So therefore, let's try with a valid email. So Mr. Willie, can I have your email?
My actual email,
Yes.
WILLIE FANFAN.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So when you try to create account again, it will prompt from the same thing because you are setting an invalid phone number and an invalid block number and the unit number. So therefore, you have to make sure all the details is correct before you can create a new account. So Chenny, can you just repeat again the whole process? Yep. So this is the process for our registration. So do you have any comment about this create a new account?
I think it's quite convenient, and the security part, I think, is very good. I have no comment for this. I
All
think
right.
it's very good.
So can we rate the response as a positive?
Yes, I
All
can
right.
agree to
Thank
that.
you. All right. So now this is a new account is created. So by the way, as we just want to remind Mr. Willie that actually your account is newly created, so therefore it needs some time to process. Therefore, for this demo, we would like to use the previous account that we created as a demo purpose. So all
Okay.
right, this is the second features in the project, which is the admin should able to log in the account. So for the username, we will type admin, and the password is 123. So when now this is the so let's try put an admin account. Let's take a second. All right. So as you see that this is actually the admin interface. So this is about the admin account. So what will be in the admin account will be described later. So do you have any comment about this admin login?
For now, no, no comment.
All right. So we'll rate it as positive response as well. So let's continue with the resident login. So in this project, we will have two roles, which is admin and the resident. So this is Bryan. So the password for Bryan is 123, but now we try with a wrong password. Just type a random password. All right, you'll prompt up that actually that if you try to type in the wrong password, it will go back to the login form again. So therefore, as a resident, you should able to type in the correct username and the password for the login. So Chien, try to just type in the username and the related password. Yep. So when you type in the correct username and the password, you directly to log into the resident dashboard. All right. So this is the login features for the resident. Do you have any comments about this, Mr. Willie?
I think for now, no. I think it's pretty simple.
All right.
Very good.
So okay, good. So the next features we will try is about the admin to edit the account. So let's just press the profile. Say I see that in the admin we have the name, the username, and the email and the phone number. Let's go to the button of the edit profile. So as the admin, you're able to just to edit your full name, your email, and a phone number. So just try to edit. So just try to make it blank for each box. All right. So save changes. Okay, as you see that when you try to edit your profile, you should not able to left it blank because when you try to edit profile, you should have some info inside. So let's try to just put a full name. All right. So just put an invalid email and an invalid phone number. So the system changes. As you see that, he will require to press a valid email. So therefore, it is same logic with the just now register account. You should given the valid email to continue to edit the profile. All right. So just put a valid phone number. All right. So when all the details are in the valid format and with the good details, then the changes is updated. Just press the save changes. Just all right. When you see that the latest info is updated. So do you have any comments about these features?
For this feature, I think it's pretty good. Very simple, straightforward.
All right. So next we continue with the resident edit account. So as the same logic with the admin account, actually it also required we have the chance for the resident to edit the account. So let's press the profile. So compared to the admin account, just press the edit profile. So besides that, the resident can able to edit the full name, the email, and the phone number. The resident also able to edit the block number and the unit number. All right, so let's try to put all the column as now. All right, when you press the save changes, all right, you'll prompt the same error as like just previous. It will require the resident to prompt in the details. So let's put a username, a full name. Okay, so invalid email, invalid phone number, invalid block number, and invalid unit number. All right. So if you try to save the changes, yep, you try to require you to put a valid email. So just put a valid email and save the changes.
Valid email.
Yeah, can, sure. Any email that have the same correct format. So just save the changes. All right. So the phone number, the block number, and the unit number is not updated because just now you are just inputting the invalid format. All right. So if you want to just edit the profile for the phone number, block number, and the unit number, you should have the valid format. So do you have any comments for these features?
For this feature, I think no lah. No
All right.
comment for now.
All right. So thank you. So the next one will be the logout account. So for the both admin and the resident. So when we just log out the account, it will prompt back to the login form so that you have to require to log in again before you want to again to use the this app or this website. All right. So same with the admin. Yeah. Just log out. Yeah. Same with the interface that experienced by the resident. So this is about a lot of features. I think it's quite simple. All right. So any comments?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I
All
have
right.
no comment for this.
So, Chenny, can you log in back the resident and both resident and the admin account before we continue with the next features? All right. So the next thing is about the admin set the availability of the court. All right. So back to the admin side. So when you try to press the court availability, all right. So currently the court is open, all the court is open. So we will try to manage one of the court. So just press the court one. So you try to make one of the court is not available. So just try to press the court one as not available for whole time. All right. So as you see that actually just now we try to just set the court one as not available, therefore it's not prompting any time. So the next one is we will try to admin set the available time for the court. So go to court 2. So we try to changing the opening time and the closing time for the court. So maybe just setting the court opening time from 5 p.m. The closing time about maybe 22 p.m. Just 10 p.m. 22. All right. So update it. Okay, so when we back to the resident page, okay, just refresh it. Okay, so for the court 2, okay, it was showing all the available time to the resident. So just now we starting time at 5 p.m. until 22 p.m. 22, right? So therefore, the court available for the court 2 is from 5 to 21, since the 22 is closing time. Okay. So any comments about these features on editing the time and the availability of the court? Any comments on the setting changing the time and the availability of the court by the admin?
I think no for now. I think it's pretty good.
All right. Okay. So after the admin able to set the availability and the time for the court, the next thing is the resident should able view the court. So just now we present already. This is the resident view. So resident able to see all the court with the availability time. So do you think this is a very good, very suitable features for the resident to view all the time in the court?
Mm, if I looking from here, I think for me it's okay lah. I can understand the features for this. Yeah, I can understand it.
All right. So basically, it's very simple. Just view the court and the time. So the next thing we'll try to do is register to book a court, which is the main feature for this app and the website. Right. So try to go to court 2, just select a court and we will book now. Okay, as you see there, actually we will prompt you your username, your book ID, your court ID. Just now we select court 2, right? So the court ID is number 2. You can select the starting time for the court. So anytime just maybe just set a 9 a.m. Correct. So, and the customer phone number is already given, just like we already fetch all the data from the account that registered just now. So therefore, what the register should do is just try to edit, try to choose what is the starting time that you want. All right. So this is very quite simple, make reservation features. So any comments about this feature?
Yeah, I think it's very simple, very straightforward.
All right. So after the user have booked the court, okay, it should be able to see the to-do reservation. All right. So now you point out the to-do reservation. Just now you select the court number 2. The date is today. The starting time is the reservation time is like 9 a.m. All right. The starting time. The booking status is true, and this is the booking ID. So this is the your to-do reservation. So when you view the reservation history, this one compared to the previous page is showing the list of reservations you have done of not for, just for today, maybe for yesterday or a few months ago, few weeks ago. So this is a full list of your reservation. All right. So have any comments about the interface about to view the reservation?
I think no problem. It's very good.
All right. So when the resident able to book the after the resident able to book the have able to complete the reservation, therefore it should be admin able to view the reservation as well. So let's come to the admin side. So yeah, so this is the reservation that been done by the resident just now, just like the booker name, the duration, and then the ID. Okay, so is it okay for these features that admin able to view the booking done by the resident?
Yeah,
Any
I
comments about it?
think it's very convenient for
All right,
the booker, for the admin.
all right. So now we back to the resident page again. So if the resident able to book the reservation, so the resident should able to update and delete the reservation as well. So let's we try to update the reservation. So when the user try to reschedule or means they update the reservation, the resident have the option to reselect again the code with the time. So since now we are selecting the chord 2, right? So maybe you feel that actually the chord 2 is quite messy or quite dirty. You want to change the chord to play. So therefore, maybe you can choose the chord 3. So with the available time given. So just now you current started at 9 a.m. But since in the chord 3 there's 9 a.m. So maybe you should have to adjust your starting time. Right? So in this case, I assume that we can choose about a 7 a.m. as a start time. So when we press the I agree and reschedule the booking, you'll see that he'll say, okay, your code number is updated and the reservation time is updated. So you will no worry that if you have any problems or that you want to just change the time and the code of the reservation, you can just do it. All right. So back to the admin side. So when just refresh it, yeah, the latest info is updated at the admin side as well. So therefore, we will not have a different info between the resident and the admin. So is the update features is okay for the rest for you, Mr. Willie?
Yes, I think it's very good.
All right. So after the resident able to update the reservation, also of course we will have the selection for the resident to delete their reservation as well. So when maybe they are very busy or there's any issue that they cannot attend to play the court as well. So therefore they should able to delete the reservation. So we try to cancel the reservation. All right. So the current reservation is being cancelled. So since see just how we did cancel reservation. So back to the admin view, and we try to refresh again. All right. So why? Okay, so why the reservation still adhere because we just have a cancel reservation, but the reservation is being done by resident previously. So we will not like just delete all the record about the reservation. We will still remain the record of the reservation from the resident. So but we just like from the resident view, we just cancel it from you because you don't want to see the reservation. But as the record, we also just preserve it in the admin side. Okay? Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
So this is the features for the cancel reservation. So back to the resident view. So when you press the view reservation history, actually the reservation record is still there. So what I just said out, we'll put it as a record. So just like when the to the reservation you not see it, but for the previous record it will still remain at there. So means that maybe for the future, if any for response, this is as a record. All right. So the next thing is about the admin update and delete the reservation. So Shani, maybe you should able to just make a new reservation again, since the user already delete the reservation. Yep. So maybe choose the code 4. All right. So just choose the time. All right. Agree. All right. So why we choose to let the admin to update and delete the reservation, because sometimes when the resident not able to access the website, they can just contact the admin to help them to edit and cancel the reservation. All right. So maybe so we provide the contact number for them to just contact the admin to let them to help to cancel and update the reservation. So just refresh. Yeah, this is the new reservation that we done by us just now. Code 4. Just now we just try to edit the reservation. So basically from the admin side, so we doesn't provide them to change the code, because this is the admin to change the time only. So we just change the starting time for the resident. So just now we got 3 options, right? We just choose the new starting time for the reservation. So when we submit it, all right. So this is the updated duration for the reservation. So back to the resident view. So when I try to refresh it, so the registration time is updated. So when you try to contact the admin to update or cancel the reservation, and if you're able to access the website again, you'll see that actually your reservation time is updated. So we try to cancel the reservation from the admin side. So we try to disapprove it. All right. So just back to the resident view, and we just refresh it. Okay, so the reservation is disappearing since the admin help you to cancel reservation. So what is your comment about the admin can help to update and cancel reservation features?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. Yeah, I think it's very good feature for the admin to control the users account that can help them to reschedule and everything. I think it's very good feature.
All right. Okay. So the last features that we have added inside this website is about to give the feedback from the resident. So we just have to give the feedback. So you provide you the username. All right. So the feedback subject identification, you just provide the subject identification for the feedback. So when trying to submit with the now details, all right, you require you to fill in the fields. All right. So the admin side will not just like receiving all the form that without any details. So just like maybe just in complaint of the court condition, and maybe the to say that the court is dirty. Yeah. So when we submit the feedback, all right. So the resident should able to view the feedback for today. So do you have any comments about the resident can able to provide the feedback and resident able to view the feedback?
Yeah, I think it's very good.
All right. So back to the admin side. So when you try to refresh and go to the feedback page, you see that they have the user which give a feedback about the code is dirty. So maybe the admin when you see the feedback, they can take the action about how to they should solve the based on the feedback from the customer. So have any comments about these features?
I think no comment. I think it's
Oh,
very good.
all right. So last but not least, since we are let the resident to able to provide the feedback, of course, the resident should able to edit and delete the feedback. So we try to edit the update the feedback. All right. So when we try to make clear all the details. All right, just submit the feedback. All right, it will prompt the error same again. Say that you should fill in something for the feedback to update. So just now is like you just you can write a new subject is like maybe the management is not good. Okay, maybe we could okay. So maybe you can feedback that admin is not contactable. We cannot contact the admin. Yeah. All right. So when we submit the feedback, so just refresh it. Yeah, you'll see that, oh, actually the latest feedback that we've done by the resident. So back to the admin side. So just refresh. Yeah, this is a new feedback done by the resident. Okay, so I have any comments about the resident to update the feedbacks?
I think no, it's very smooth and very easy.
All right, so the last but not least is delete the feedback. So maybe like when the resident like see that, oh, actually the feedback is done already, or actually they don't want to provide to maintain the feedback again, they can try to delete the feedback. So when the resident delete the feedback, all right, so the feedback is deleted. So back to the admin side, let's refresh. Yeah, so the feedback is disappeared. So all right, so this is the last features that we done for this project. All right, so any comments about the delete feedback from the resident and the admin have able to see the deleted feedback from the residents?
No, I have no comment. The feature is very good.
All right, so for other people, do you have anything want to add in, or I just missing any features?
Did you talk about the reset password?
Oh, all right. So okay, so one more thing is about reset password. All right, so maybe okay, so just log out. So last but not least, we will try to do a reset password. All right. So we try to insert the email address. So we try to insert the invalid email address. It's like you should put a Brynard. Okay. Next. All right. She will ask you to enter the valid email address instead of just like random email address. All right. So just maybe just like we press this a valid email address. Then it requires you to type in the OTP code. So currently the OTP code is 315301. All right. So let us try to just make it now for the OTP code. Just like we didn't insert anything for the OTP code. Okay, just next. Yeah, it will ask you to enter the OTP code. So you make the security whereby when the resident not able to take the OTP code, they should not able to access these features. Okay, so try to press in the wrong OTP code, maybe 302. Okay, yeah. All right, so he'll tell you to reset your password again, back to the prompt with this page again. He'll ask you that please insert back your email and take the new OTP code. So back to the email, you will receive another notification about OTP code. So the OTP code is 1060141. All right, so when you press in the correct OTP code, then next, you'll ask you to type again a new password and re-enter new password. So just now the password is about a 123. So maybe maybe to have a proof to say that actually the password is changes, you just put 1234. Okay, re-enter the password again, 1234. So let's try to just like new password is different with the re-enter new password. Okay, when you just confirm, you actually prompt back to the same page because you're putting a wrong password for the same new password and the re-enter new password. It should be same for the both column, right? So please enter the same password for the both new password and the re-enter new password, or when confirm it. All right. So when you correctly change your password, you prompt back into the login page again. So let's try to put Bryan. Okay. Oh, so let us use the old password 123. Okay. When you try to log in, you're not able to log in since you already changed the password, right? So therefore, you should able to log in this website by using the new latest password you have done just now. So just retype again the username and the latest password. So yep, so we are able to access the website again. So have you any comments about the changing the password, regain the OTP code, and the security part for the just now for the whole changing the password features?
I think no problem. I think it's very smooth. The feature is working very nicely.
All right. So this one, so that's all for the demo for the whole project. So anything want to add in from the other members? All right. So finally, we would like to thanks again, Mr. Willie, for joining our meeting today. Thank you so much for all the constructive comments and the response. Okay. So once again, thank you so much for the Mr. Willie.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.